welcome everybody. I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my next master class. During the month of May 2021, we are tackling stamping techniques. If you've been looking for maybe a new or different stamping technique, I think you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to be talking about masking and reverse masking. Guys, absolutely fascinating techniques. They're easier than you think, and it's going to allow you to create some really unique images, and all you need is a little mask. I can't wait to share this with you, so let's get started. All right, so for the masking technique, you need just a few simple items. You're going to need a stamp set, obviously. You're going to need some copy paper. I always like to tell you this is a great time to bring in junk mail, all right? So anything. This is going to get trashed, so nothing fancy. But copy paper over cardstock, because we need the mask to be very, very thin. So mine is just a quarter sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's going to be very optional. You're also going to need either your paper snips or a punch or die, depending on what stamp set you're working with. So as you can see, I'm going to be working with the Sweet Strawberry stamp set, and there is a matching punch for that. Having a matching punch or die just makes masking super easy. But any stamp set, you could just fussy cut out the image, because perfection isn't necessarily something we're going to need here. It's just to create a mask. Now, I think it's time for me to explain what this whole mask thing is. So let me start with that copy paper. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my punch, and I am going to punch out a couple images here. So now this punch in particular, you see it has a lot. It has the strawberry, it has the stem, the leaves, and a flower. So there's a lot going on this punch. But I'm going to go ahead and cut out a couple different ones to make this a little bit easier. So I've got a piece of my basic white cardstock, and I've got 3 ink pads I'm going to use: Shaded Spruce, Poppy Parade, and my Memento Black. So we're going to be creating some strawberries. So I have the outline of the strawberry and the inside of the strawberry. Inside, of course, is going to go in the Poppy Parade. I'm going to ink that strawberry in the Memento Black ink, and I'm going to stamp it once here and once about right here. Now, here's where the mask comes in. If I want to stamp one more here, I'm going to overlap, and I don't want to overlap. But before I go any further, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do the stem of our strawberry, and that's going to be in the black also. So I hope by the time I finish and as I grow this card, you're going to see why I do what I do. So there's my stems, there's my strawberries. Let's go ahead and do the inside. So here's my Poppy Parade. I just think that color is just really not, look, it's very strawberry-esque, right? All right, let's get one more right here. Now we can come along with the Shaded Spruce, and we're going to take that inside of the stem. I just love 2-step stamps, don't you? You may have seen I actually shared a 2-step stamping video in this technique series. In fact, I'll put the link up there in the top for you if you want to catch that one. All right, those 2 strawberries are done. Now remember all these little pieces that we die cut or punched. I'm sorry. We're going to lay that one there. We're going to lay this one here. Remember, it's just copy paper or it's just junk mail. And now I can lay the stems. Well, that one doesn't even need to be done. I'm not even going to mess with that one because that's up high. We just need this one because we want this area right here masked. Here we go with the magic. I'm going to take that strawberry one more time, and we're going to stamp it right here. Watch, it's going to pick up my paper. Yeah, it does that, and that's okay. Now I can lay those back down so we can create that mask one more time to stamp my stem. And now we can go ahead. Let's come in with the inside. Ooh, I stamped that really bad. Please ignore that. All right, now all my masks are still in place. And now let's stamp our last strawberry and watch what happens. Ah, see, isn't that great? They're all stacked so pretty together. Isn't that fun? We can simply add a sentiment And we have something like this. How easy was that? By the way, let me go ahead and give you the measurements for my card. My Poppy Parade cardstock is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. I layered this on a piece of shaded spruce, and that is 3 3/4 inch by 5. And my basic white was 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then look at that fabulous black and white baker's twine, and that is from the Playful Pets um, combo pack. Love it. It adds a really nice pop of color. That is what masking does. It allowed me to do all of that one layer and create a really fantastic card. So that's masking. Now let's talk about reverse masking. We're going to use the same stamp set, but we're going to change it up a little bit. So I have the same size piece of the basic white cardstock, and this time what we're going to do, we're going to use our layering circles. So for this one in particular, I decided I'm going to go with the second to the largest. What I have done is I have die cut that from another piece of quarter sheet of copy paper, right? So just punched it, cut it, however you want that to be, right there from the center. So you can see, I can see through my copy paper. So this is going to allow me to see where that circle is so I can make sure it's lined up in my cardstock. So I'm happy with that. And in fact, if it worries you at all, once you get it set, in order to hold it in place, I'm going to take some Scotch tape and I'm going to de-stickify it a little bit. Remember, this is the back. No one's going to see it. And what we can do is we're going to layer it. So that's not going to make any difference, but you see it's really nice and secure. So we like that. So we're talking about reverse masking. So what I want to do is I'm going to use the opposite side of a mask and we're going to go to the inside. And now we're going to do some blending right here with a blending brush. And we're going to do that with some Daffodil Delight. We're going to make a little strawberries and sunshine here. All right, I'm going to tap that blending brush onto my Daffodil Delight. Remember, this is just a mask. So I can get some of that ink off of there simply by rubbing it there on the mask. Now I can bring it into my cardstock. And I'm going to start with a really light touch. I mean, it's like petting a bunny. You're just going to go really nice and soft. You see I'm just going in a circle and I'm blending the outside, and then I can come in to the inside. Whenever it comes to a technique like this, I always say you can always add more ink, but you can't take it away. So that's why I always tap it off first, because I never want to get a harsh, big blob of ink. I want it to stay nice and soft, and I'm really happy with that. So let me go ahead and move this away so that you can see that's the image that we get. So you can see that's why it's called a reverse mask. But we're going to flip this over and we're going to stick it back down again because we're going to do some stamping inside this circle and continue to use that reverse mask. But this time we're going to use those fabulous leaves that come in the stamp set and part of the punch. And then remember those little tiny flowers? We are going to use those too. But remember, I had punched a couple of masks with those leaves. So we're good to go. Let me go ahead and stamp a sentiment here. We're going to say, that was so sweet of you. And we will do that in our Memento Black ink. Make sure I get it all inked up. And we'll stamp that right here off to the right side. Perfect. Now we're going to start with that outline because remember, it's back to that two-step stamping. So we're going to stamp a few of these leaves. Of course, that mask is doing its magic for us. So I think we'll stamp 3 of these to kind of fill in. Now remember our inside from our 2 steps. So let's bring in the shaded spruce and we can just fill in. I also love that we don't even have to color. We get to let the stamps do that for us too. So you can see how fast masked cards can come together. All right, now that actually looks really pretty. Let's go ahead and pull this away and see what we've got. See, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? But we're going to go ahead and add some flowers because it needed a little something. So we're going to come back in with the black and our Poppy Parade. So we're going to take 2 of those masks and we're going to place it here And right here, remember, we're just masking off our leaves. And now let's come in and add a flower there. Yes, it lifts it up. That's just part of the gig. And now we take the inside of the flower and stamp it there. That one is done. We're going to use that one right down here. We can stamp again, and really at this point, I think you can see this is where I can just kind of fill in. Now, if I wanted these flowers to overlap, remember we have that punch too. So I could have done that, but I didn't want the video to get too long on you guys. So we're going to just keep it a little simple right there. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more here to my card so that you can see. All right, let's remove all of our masks and let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, it's so tropical and so pretty. And remember what I said about these pieces of Scotch tape. It's on the back. So you notice it might even be tearing a little bit of my cardstock, although that's why I like to de-stickify it so it doesn't stick, but I'm not worried about it. It's going to be on the back. So just take it nice and slow when you remove that. And I'm not at all upset that I got a little paper on it. How about we put this card together? So I've got, there's my basic white. And just a reminder, that basic white was 3.5 by 4 3/4. I'm just going to use my multi-purpose glue. And we are going to adhere that onto our shaded spruce. The shaded spruce is 3 3/4 by 5. Now we can add this to our card with the multi-purpose glue, or you can add dimensionals, whichever one makes you happy. Here on my first card, I did use dimensionals in between my white and the shaded spruce, and I thought that looked really nice. But let's just add this flat, and we're going to put this right here. And remember, that one is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now I wanted to add that ribbon on this card as well because I think everything just needs a little something extra. I'm going to take a mini glue dot and I'm just going to roll it into a ball, and I'm going to put it here, right here on the side of that circle. Add our bow right there. And guys, that's all you need to mask and reverse mask your stamped images. Remember what I said, any of your stamps this is going to work with. And even if you don't have punches, you can always fussy cut out the image. And like I said, it's not a matter of perfection. Just as long as we have the outline close, you've got yourself a mask. Guys, it's such a great technique. And I know many of you are beginner stampers. Maybe you don't have a lot of products yet. This technique is perfect for you because it's something very simple. I know you have copy paper or junk mail. We all have plenty of junk mail. And again, it's something that you can easily do with scissors, or if you have dies and punches, it works great for that too. Either way, it's a fabulous technique, and I hope that you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for joining me today for this masterclass in Stampin' Techniques. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, take a minute to click that great big red subscribe button. I share twice a week here on my channel, and I'd love to have you be a part of it. Guys, thank you again. We'll see you next time. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.